Hi, welcome back to Solvay Studio. Today's topic is leafy sea dragons. Of the 54 hitherto discovered species of seahorses, the leafy sea dragon is the most ornately camouflaged. They're endemic to the waters off South and East Australia, where they drift mostly incognito amongst the seaweed and the kelp that they resemble. The leaf-like appendages aren't used for swimming. They move around. They use these two near transparent fins. You can see them if you look at the tail, sort of. And their long snouts suck up tiny crustaceans. They can grow up to 30 centimeters long. As with all seahorses, the males carry the fertilized eggs. While seahorses have a brood pouch in their tummy for carrying the eggs, male seahorses have a brood patch on the underside of their tail, and they carry these eggs around for 4 to 6 weeks until they hatch. All this flamboyant beauty, though, has caused them some problems. They're really popular in the home aquarium trade. And their numbers got so low that in the 1990s, the Australian government put a near total protection of the species. And the humbug is that the ones that are taken from the wild usually don't survive. They need expert care. So you take them off the reef, take them out of the kelp beds, bring them home, and they die. On the big island of Hawaii in Kailua Kona, there's a place called the Ocean Rider Seahorse Farm, and it's really fascinating. I went there with a friend, and we got to see their breeding program for the leafies and a whole bunch of other seahorses that were there. And it was just fascinating because you could see exactly what they were doing. And they estimate that they save 20,000 a year. People who want a leafy sea dragon in their home aquarium can buy directly from them. And these are born and raised in breeding tanks. So they're used to captivity. They're used to the food that they are given. And so they survive, right? You don't want to take them off the reef if you can get these, that are safe for the environment and safe for them. They also, at the Seahorse Farm, which was kind of cool, they also have tanks that you can put your hands inside, and a little sea dragon comes and wraps its tail around your finger, and it just kind of hangs and drifts back and forth, singing little seahorse. So everybody around the tank was just going, oh, and it was just everybody fell in love. And that's it right there. When you get people to fall in love with nature, that's when the protection starts. I've been drawing nature and animals since I was a little kid. And I always drew land animals because they were right in front of me, birds, frogs, stuff. In 2010, though, in the Gulf of Mexico, an oil rig exploded, the Deepwater Horizon. And for 3 months, the oil just kept pumping into the Gulf. It tragically killed 11 people, and it impacted, obviously, the communities around the edge of the Gulf also, fisheries. The destruction was just unbelievable. And whatever they tried to do, they couldn't stop it. So the oil just kept pumping up and up. 3 months. And watching this on the news and watching seabirds and sea turtles and all this death stuff covered in goop was just awful. And from that point on, I began to draw the ocean. And I've been drawing sea creatures ever since. And I do all kinds of documentary viewing, and I binge watch and just am constantly fascinated. But I've got to say that the leafy sea dragon is one of the most delightfully whimsical, amazing things that I have ever drawn. I'm going to talk more about the home aquarium trade in another episode. But for now, if you want one of these or any other exotic tropical fish for your home aquarium, please buy only captive bred. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.